Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We will get started. Finally found a perfect spot to film my classes after weeks of trials and tribulations. So, silver lining of the day. So again, I think I know everyone, but my name is Annie. I'm from Modo Yoga Hamilton, instructing for Momentum while we're on lockdown. So today is our nice, chill, relaxing, just kind of stretching class. So you'll just need your mat. If you have a yoga block, you're more than welcome to have that beside your mat or a cushion, and we will get started. So come to lay on your back. You're going to bring your arms alongside, let your palms turn up to the ceiling. You can walk your heels out to the edges of your mat. Turn your palms up to face the ceiling. Oh, I already said that. Tuck your shoulders underneath. Close your eyes. Good, and just take a few moments here to settle into your mat. Taking a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. Good, and just starting to find that connection. Looking for the top of your inhale and the bottom of your exhale. As you breathe in, feeling your ribs expand. And as you exhale, feel your back body become a little bit heavier. Try to let go of any clenching, any gripping, anything that you are holding on to, any soreness. Okay, and since it's a 30-minute class, we'll get the body moving here right away. So just try to keep that breath going. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, circle your wrists and your ankles. And just any movement that feels good to wake yourself up. You can walk your heels together at the back of the mat. Stretch your arms overhead, point your toes, take an inhale, full body stretch, get as long as you can. And exhale, relax. Okay, let's do one more like that. Deep breath in. Long, smooth breath out. And step the feet onto the floor. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a squeeze. Right away, feel that compression between thighs and belly. So squeezing the thighs in while you're pressing down through the lower back. Feel that connection. Start to rock here side to side. Let's take a few more breaths here. Maybe bring your hands onto your knees and start to trace really big circles with your knees. So you're sort of massaging out your lower back. And if you are doing those circles, just make sure you switch direction a few times the opposite way. Good, and come back through center, hug the thighs in, start to curl the chin up to the chest, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, squeeze yourself in nice and tight, take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower your head, lower your feet, take the right arm overhead, roll to the right side. You can just land here for a few cycles of breath. Draw your knees in towards your belly, toward your chest. And whenever you are ready, just start to transition onto your front into a wide-legged child's pose. So wide-legged child's pose, knees are about mat distance. Hips hips to heels, maybe to a cushion or to a block if you have one. Let your forehead land. If you are tight through your upper body, especially your shoulders, bend your elbows a bit here. And really try to keep that breath really fluid, right to the top of the inhale. Feel your low back expanding and the bottom of your exhale. Now let's walk both of the hands over to the left side of the mat. Right hand stacks on top. Get nice and long through that right side body. Keep your forehead rooted. Good, and let's switch sides, hands over to the right, left hand on top, getting into that left side, the spaces between the ribs. Good, and come back through center one more time. Take a deep breath in here. And a long, easy exhale here. All right, press into the hands, come forward into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Excuse me. So we're going to continue to get into the side bodies here. So you can watch for a moment if you like. On your inhale, start to look over your right shoulder and press your hips over to the left. So you should feel this in your left side. And then on your exhale, come back through center. Breath in, look toward your left hip as you press the hips to the right. Exhale, center. Good, so keep moving through those, your pace, but make sure you're linking your movement with your breath. And we often focus on opening the front and the back body, and sometimes we forget about the sides, and they can get really, really tight, especially if you're doing a little more sitting than you're used to lately, especially in the winter months, and of course when we're all stuck at home. So this is a good one to do in combination with your cat-cows. So do one more on each side. And then as you come back through center, we'll head right into those cat-cows. So inhale, the belly drops, gaze lifts. There's someone else in the waiting room. And exhale, round the spine. Hi, Nina. Sorry, I was not paying attention to the screen. Welcome. All right, so breath in, the belly drops, scooping through your low back, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, round, press up right between your shoulder blades. And breathing in, lift up, lift the chin, feel that stretch right across the throat. And exhale, round it out slowly. Do 3 more, just like that. So end of the third, just make your way back to neutral. I'm just going to come to a comfortable seated position. So you can sit onto your heels. I usually like to sit onto my blocks. If you have a block, you can do that, or a cushion. We won't be here for too long. I know I usually focus more on lower body, so we're going to do a bit of upper body stuff today. So sitting tall, close your eyes if that helps, or just lower your gaze. And oftentimes we just lose that connection with our breath in those bigger transitions. So when we're coming to seated or we're coming out of seated, So right away, start to breathe in and out through the nose again. Good. Feel your spine just lifting through the top of your head. And try to settle down through your sits bones. And let's bring our chin down to the chest. Let your head be heavy here. Shoulders are heavy. And then just slowly start to rock the head side to side. Good. Feel the neck and the shoulders. And maybe each time you go a little bit further. Really good one to do a few times a week, especially for all of you that work at a computer or sit at a desk. Good. Do just a couple more on each side. And then once your right ear meets your right shoulder, you're just going to stay there and then walk the left arm away from you. So fingers are stretching to that left side wall. Head is heavy. If you're really tight through the neck and this feels like a lot, take your right index and middle finger and just let your temple rest. So you're creating a bit of a shelf for your head. If you're more open and you want a bit of a deeper stretch, bring your hand to your head. You don't want to pull down. Your hand is just there for added weight. So try not to pull, just let it rest. Yeah, just about 3 breaths here. So if your right hand is onto your head, take that off first. Bring the left arm back into the body. Chin comes to chest, and then move all the way to the opposite side. So left ear, left shoulder. If you like, right arm extends away. And you can kind of change the stretch by rotating your palm. So I usually rotate my palm to face the wall. Behind me, you'll feel that sort of all the way up through the arm into the shoulder, or you can open your hand to the ceiling. Just whatever feels good for your own body, maybe hand to head. And you can always play with the position of your chin as well. Sometimes for myself, I feel a deeper stretch when I draw my chin closer toward my chest. Good, a couple more breaths here. All right, arm comes back in, chin to chest, and then just give yourself a little rock here, the head. Just even everything out. All right, give your shoulders a roll up to your ears and down your back. Do that a couple more times, going the same direction. And then just switching direction, go the opposite way. You're going to bring your right arm, reach it all the way up. You're just going to bend the elbow so your right fingers are resting between your shoulder blades. Left hand comes to the right elbow. So ideally, you should be feeling this in your triceps, the back of that right arm. Your bicep is sort of hugging up against your right ear. Core is hugged in tight, so draw that belly in. And then if it feels okay, you can come up and over to the left, just a little side bend. Bring your chin away from your chest to open your airway. Again, getting into that right side all the way up into the tricep. Beautiful. Come back through center. Just carefully release that. Roll the shoulders and then come right into the left side. So the left arm reaches up. Bend the elbow, hand between the shoulder blades. I'm sure you've all done this many times before at the gym. Belly pulls in. And then coming into the side bend, if you like. If that doesn't feel good, just come back through center. And just about 3 breaths here. All right, come back up, release, and give those shoulders a roll. And we're gonna reach our hands forward. So interlace your fingers. Your elbows are nice and wide, almost like you're holding a big beach ball in front of you. Belly pulls in, draw the chin to the chest, soften through the front of your body. So you're sort of hollowing out through the chest. Keep your elbows wide. And without actually separating your hands, you want to find that action of trying to pull your hands apart. So you're feeling that separation between your shoulder blades. Try to become really expansive through your back body on your inhale. Good. Find a bit of softness on your exhale. Keep that chin down to the chest. Lean back slightly. Good, come back up, release, and we're gonna come right into the counter pose. So you're interlacing behind the back. Start to press the knuckles to the wall behind you, press the heart forward, shoulders roll back, take a deep breath in. And a long, easy exhale. Do about 3 more, just like that. Good, end of the third, release. And one more time, roll the shoulders. If you are sitting onto anything, just remove that. And I'm just gonna turn backwards so you can see. So you're gonna be stretching the bottom of the feet. So you're gonna tuck your toes under, like so. I'll turn to the side actually. So all 10 toes are tucked under, and you're just gonna sit back onto your heels. So sitting onto the heels, the bottoms of the feet are exposed. Make sure all 10 of your toes are tucked under. So you might have to get your baby toes there. And then if this one feels really intense, you can lean forward a bit. You might even want to put your hands onto a block or to a cushion. If you've done this one before, start to lean back. So getting into all that tight tissue in the bottom of our feet. And really good for the backs of the legs. Again, if it becomes too intense, just start to lean forward. We're not here for too long, about 5 cycles of breath. You can thank Darren for this one. I was on Instagram last night and I saw him doing it in one of his videos. And I was like, oh, I'm going to teach that tomorrow morning. So, and this is a stretch that the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it gets easy really quickly. So if you try to do this a few times a week, you'll notice you can hold it for quite a bit longer. All right, take your last breath here. And then just come forward into tabletop. Let your feet lift up and just let your toes uncurl naturally. You can roll your ankles out, maybe really lightly tap the tops of the feet onto the floor. And we're gonna come right back to a tabletop position. I'm just gonna check our time. Perfect. So from tabletop, you are going to step your right foot forward. You might need to wiggle your left knee back a bit. So into a low lunge, hands to that right thigh. And then on your inhale, lift up a bit, come out of your hips. Exhale, lunge. Good, breath in, lengthen. Exhale. Lunge, getting into the front of the left hip here. So keep finding those little movements. All right, stay low. You can keep your right hand to the top of the right thigh or bring your forearm to the thigh. Reach your left arm up and over. Again, so getting into the side body, bit of a theme here today. A couple more. All right, come back through center. Plant your hands and then just start to rock those hips back. Bit of a hamstring stretch here. So the right toes curl back to the face. Your right leg doesn't have to be straight. You can keep a bit of a bend in your knee if you like. And then just gently folding over the thigh. Getting into the back of that right leg. Nice deep breaths. All right, come forward, back into tabletop, however you wish to get there. Maybe you rock your hips back to your heels. Maybe you bring them forward, just any movement to reset the body. And then whenever you are ready, left foot forward. So setting yourself up, hands to thigh. Good, inhale, lift out of the hips. Exhale, lunge. Breathing in. Breathing out. A couple more. Breathe right into the front of that right hip, into the hip flexor. Left hand or forearm across the thigh. Right arm reaches up. Reach through the tips of the fingers. If you have tight shoulders, again, bend the elbow as much as you need to. Awesome. Come back through center. Hands come down to the mat. Rock the hips back. Find that same hamstring stretch that we were already in. Might feel a little bit different side to side. So just adjust or modify as needed. Deep breaths here. Beautiful. Let's come forward. This time you're going to tuck the back toes under. Step back to a downward facing dog. Walk it out. Pedal those feet back and forth, back and forth. And then bring the knees down to the mat. Sit onto either hip and extend your legs out in front of you. So legs are extended in front. You're going to bend the right knee. Step the right foot to the outside of your left leg. So right foot is to the outside of the left thigh. You're going to bring your right arm behind you. So you want your right arm to be sort of pressed up against your back body. So it's almost working like a kickstand here. Take an inhale, reach up through the left hand. And on your exhale, start to twist to the right side. So you can either hook the arm right around the thigh, or you can bring the elbow to the outside of the thigh, whatever feels best. Try to keep your back body nice and straight here. So you're lifting through the crown of the head on your inhale. Belly pulls in as you exhale, as you twist open to that right side. Just wringing out the spine here, creating more space in the back body. And come back through center. You can lean back a bit to bring that right leg out, and then left knee comes in, plant the foot to the outer thigh, left hand behind you. Same shape, inhale, reach up. Exhale, you're twisting the opposite way. Pull the belly in as you exhale, create more room to twist. Okay, come back through center. This time you can take just a really gentle counter twist. Try not to be forceful in any way. And as you come back through center, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Knees fall open, so you have that nice diamond shape with your legs. So this one is an active folding. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see. So a lot of us are pretty locked up through our hips, our low back, our inner thighs. So we don't want to fold forward and start to do this, start to round or hunch forward. You want to keep that long back body and then just come to your range of motion. So if that means you only fold forward a couple of inches, that's totally fine. We really want to avoid putting any pressure in our low backs. And as soon as you start to round the spine, that's when you're going to feel that in your low back. So this is more hips, inner thighs, into the groin area. And take about 4 more breaths here. So at the end of your 4th breath, just slowly start to rise up. Take your hands to the outside of your knees. Close your knees up. Wrap the arms around your shins. Good. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. You can tuck the chin to the chest. Send yourself a little bit of gratitude for coming to your mat this morning. And then start to make your way onto your back. So just the way we started. Arms and legs wide. Good. Get comfortable. And this will be our final position. So just making any adjustments. Taking a few deep breaths just to settle into your mat. Okay, so just feeling the muscles start to relax. Let yourself get heavy again. So as always, when you do get up from your mat, just moving really slowly. Try to make your movements gentle, mindful. I will be back here with you tomorrow morning, again, 8 a.m. A little more of an active class, doing lots of planks tomorrow, working on core strength. So hope to see you there. If you have any questions, please, you can always reach out to me if you like. And it was so nice to see you all. And I hope you have a wonderful start to your Tuesday.
Thanks, Annie.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
Thank you.
See you later.